It's not often that you have a team that gives you a batsman that scores 94 from 60, a bowler who's got you 4 wickets for 16 runs and ends up on the losing side. That's what has happened to Kings 11 Punjab today. Mumbai Indians have pulled a rabbit out of the hat. They have magicians, Indians, MI. I have Harsha Bhogle and Michael Vaughan here with me. Rabbit out of the hat, fair to say, Michael.
Yeah, great game. Really good game. Probably the best that I've covered here on this red chair in front of the red table.
No, don't invoke the red table.
Yes, I have to. It just shows you that when you've got that habit of losing, it's so hard to get over the line. You've got a batsman in KL Rahul. He's in sublime form. He was controlling the game, but the closer that they got, they needed him right there at the end, because as soon as he went, you just felt, the likes of Yuvraj Singh didn't come out. They sent in KXIP ahead of him, so that tells you about the selection of those two players that they brought in with Tiwari as well, coming in at the end. So I don't think they quite got their kind of jigsaw puzzle right, the Kings 11 in the chase, but what a game of cricket. Fantastic to watch.
Harsha, we almost thought that Mumbai got the jigsaw puzzle wrong with their bowling when Ben Cutting came out to bowl the 18th.
Yes.
As opposed to maybe Bumrah or McLenigan, but it worked out well for them in the end.
As it turned out, but normally you try and squeeze an extra over in somewhere from your sixth bowler, just to give you that little leeway towards the end. As it turned out, Bumrah bowled an outstanding 19th over, not for the first time.
Yeah.
Bumrah's outstanding 19th over.
As well as the 4 overs that he bowled.
4 overs, 3 for 15.
Yeah.
So he did McLennan a great service. The guy who bowls a 19th over, it is his duty to defend, work for the guy who bowls the 20th.
Yeah.
And he gave McLennan enough runs in the 20th as it turned out.
He gave him a nice comfort blanket.
Yeah, he gave him a comfort blanket.
4 overs, 42 runs required, 9 wickets in hand. 11 out of 10 times you back the chasing team.
Yeah, when you've got a team that's got confidence, when you've got a team that's just lost its confidence and lost its art of winning, you always felt that 1 wicket, just 1 good over. Bumrah had a couple left up his sleeve. And you have to say, there's 2 bowlers tonight in Bumrah and...
this is the 17th.
Yeah, that was magnificent, the 2 wickets clearly, but it's just the execution of what he's trying to deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awkward action, he's got, the straight arms.
Harsha calls him the Tin Man.
Yeah,
the Tin Man action.
Yeah, I like it. But you look at Andrew Ty and look at Bumrah, outstanding bowling tonight. Now, that's a hard venue to go out and be a bowler on. The pitch is pretty good. All right, it's stuck in the pitch every now and again, but generally at the Wankhede, I think as a bowler, you kind of arrived there and thought, if I go at 8, I'll be quite happy with that. But these guys are going at under 4s.
4 for 16 and 3 for 15.
Yes.
For everyone who says this is a batsman's game, here are 2 bowlers who are showing, you know what, we play this game too.
Yeah.
I got the feeling with Kings 11 that they picked 2 batsmen that they probably did not believe in.
Yeah, because that's what they showed. By sending Akshar ahead of...
Unless they thought, look, Akshar can just stonk.
Yeah.
But when that last over started, I saw Yuvraj Singh, and I've been very fortunate to have seen some of the very, very best of Yuvraj over the years. And I think he's one of India's finest ever white ball batsmen. And those 2 there were in Yuvraj's hitting arc. He's got the cleanest hitting arc in Indian cricket. And those 2 were in his arc there. And it just tells you, that skills leave you. Skills leave you.
If you're, as a team, not trusting someone like Yuvraj Singh to go out there with 3.1 overs remaining, and you send KXIP in ahead of you, that's a little bit of a sure sign there.
Yeah.
That's a complete lack of trust in your senior pro, which will hurt him.
Yeah.
He'd have backed himself. He's, legend of the game. He's got that mentality of winning. He'd have backed himself to go out there and do that. And I'm sure as soon as he saw KXIP walk out ahead of him, it was like, oh, okay.
It crushed your spirit, can't it?
No question. I mean, it would have been difficult, but I'd rather have gone with someone that's been there, done it, and got the T-shirt.
Yeah, really. Well, not to be today for the Kings 11 Punjab, but really for the Mumbai Indians. I also want to ask Harsha, we see 2 kinds of Mumbai Indians on the field. One, when they get a wicket, they suddenly are absolutely electric. One, when they go 4 or 5 overs without a wicket, it suddenly seems like there's nobody there.
I guess you could say that about most teams in the world.
Yeah, but they somehow just... I agree with you, a lot of teams, somehow the delta between these 2 emotions, the spectrum between these 2 just seems very stark for MI.
It does. I get the feeling sometimes, and I said this before, I get the feeling they're a slightly wound up team sometimes.
Okay.
And they need someone to keep delivering them a wicket. Bumrah does that so often for them. I actually think Bumrah is probably their most valuable player in that side just now, ahead of maybe Rohit and Hardik and the others. So because Bumrah was delivering that wicket, but who got the wicket that turned the match? I thought, Finch. That was where it turned, that 17th over.
Yes, absolutely. And this is what the bowling effort was. McClenaghan did go for some runs in the beginning, but at the end he had to bowl the last over.
But he was a tough overs. When you look at McLennan's 9.25, you also see what someone else would have gone in those overs.
Yeah.
So he bowls a tough overs. If McLennan's going 9 and over, he's fine.
Absolutely. Ben Cutting had to bowl that over because Markande went for those two big hits. He went for 18 runs. I think he bowled the 16th over, which is why he didn't want to bring Markande back.
Michael was an interesting one, the use of Markande. Clearly he thought, if there's a wicket, I'll get the leggy back on again. But if there was a wicket, you'd get two Indian batsmen, very good players of spin coming in next. And especially for Yuvraj, he would have loved playing Markande more than anybody else.
Yeah, they could have used Markande a little bit more to Aaron Finch when he first came in, but KRL targeted that over there with tremendous strikes. You look at those bowling figures, 21 dots between McClenaghan and Bumrah. Bumrah had 10 dots. Yeah. So 4 overs, 10 dots. And in T20 cricket, it's the dots that build the pressure. And particularly at that ground, when there's a couple of dots, that crowd, they suddenly start to erupt.
Yeah.
They remind me of an Italian football crowd. They get going and louder and louder, and all of a sudden, I think the opposing team can sense it, they can sniff it. They're a very knowledgeable crowd here.
Yeah.
They can feel when the home side suddenly started to change the momentum of the game. And when that noise starts to get louder, you know that the Mumbai Indians have got a great chance of winning the game.
And there's a reason, Michael, because this ground like this, unlike a lot of grounds that could be saucer-shaped almost, that extend outwards, because of all the buildings around, the only way they could go was up. And so it's almost like, it's like a cup, it isn't like a saucer. It's like a cup, it just goes up like that. So everybody is close to the action.
It's like a gladiator arena.
So you stand in the middle, you can see why noise comes through so easily.
And that's the reason why Mumbai Indians have always called the Wankhede crowd their 12th man. They've always done it. The owners have acknowledged, the captain, the management, everybody acknowledges the Wankhede crowd as the 12th man. And today you could see after that Bumrah over, you could not see, you could hear. You could hear them chanting. They came alive. You could feel that they were just sort of over them. Like, I'm getting very emotional right now.
But it comes down to one thing. Eventually they're a one-man batting side. Kings 11, but eventually one-man batting
You've
side.
got to really feel for Rahul because 94 runs. He's decided to stay till the end. And yet again, it ends up on the losing side because somehow there's just nobody to back him up. Today, Finch showed a bit of it, but just nobody to truly back him up.
Yeah, there's some class players in Indian cricket, but you've got to try and find a space for KL Rahul, particularly in the Test team.
Yeah, till a year ago, Michael, he was a surety in all 3 formats.
Yeah,
and then he had that injury, he sort of went out, people take places. That's what happened. Shikhar came in, grabbed that opportunity.
He will play well in England. He'll play well in England if he can continue with that kind of confidence because, we've seen to Ben Cummins the reverse sweep, so you don't require that in Test match cricket, but his game generally throughout the whole of the IPL has been good orthodox stroke play. Down the ground, through the covers, pull shot, cut shots, all the kind of strokes that you can just play at Test match level. He's got every single gift to go on and play the longer format for a long, long time. He's a wonderful player.
Problem is now, where do you bat him, Harsha, if he plays in the India setup? Where do you bat him?
I bat him at 3 in the Test team.
Yeah?
Yeah. In English conditions, I bat him at 3.
So, in place of Pujara. You're not happy with Pujara in the county, are you?
No, is it? I don't think he's got past. Well, he got 40 against
140, yes.
He gets 17, 10, 0, 5. Now the moving ball is hard in April, May in English conditions, but I think it'll be a close contest.
You want to bat him at 6? So you still got a batsman at 6. Who plays at 6?
He's a class player. In India, need to get him in the team.
Well, that's KL Rahul. Look at the number of runs he's got. Look at the fact that the orange cap is firmly on his head. The purple cap is firmly on Andrew Tye's
That's
head.
not going anywhere.
But they are Kings 11 Punjab. You're not Kings 2 Punjab. 2 guys can't do it, yeah? No, they can't. It's not gonna.
Don't start interpreting the 11 again. Remember the 11 Jinping? When the Chinese head of state came, one of the newsreaders looked at XI and said 11 Jinping.
11 Jinping is here.
That's they're playing around with 11 again. But it's true.
He's probably one of my brothers from Punjab who did that. Went to good English medium schools and learned the Roman numerals. Yeah, so that's what we see. I used to be with Channel V and once somebody called it Channel 5. Then you go ahead the other way around. Like, no, we're not. But let's have a look at the points table. Who's at 5? Who's at 11? Nobody. Who's at 2? Let's have a look at the points table. This is what has happened. Mumbai Indians has now gotten up to 12 points. This is how magical this points table is. MI has just catapulted into right? Their net run rates come down a little. Now remember, Kings 11 were at 12, right? Look at their net run rate. It's almost minus 0.5, right? Now the thing is that this has happened because it got severely damaged, battered, bruised with those two losses, big losses they had against KKR and RCB. One in which they gave away too many runs and one in which they just got out for 88. That one even more so. Which means now they have a game left against CSK in Pune. Even if they win it, they go to 14, creating that 14-point log jam. Because you have RR playing RCB, that's the next game. Then you have Kings 11 and SRH have qualified, of course. And then KKR, CSK and SRH, sorry, have qualified. And if you get a 14-point logjam, Kings 11 is looking at it and saying, well, that's a net run.
Kings are not going to beat CSK for a start, but even if they do, that's minus 0.49.
That's not getting any better.
Now look at RCB right down there. RCB are alive because of the last column.
Yeah.
And I remember that there was a game when it was all done and dusted, and Kohli just knocked and knocked and knocked and knocked and took the game to the 20th over, or 19th, 20th over. And I remember saying on air at that time, he's playing a very smart game here, because the net run rate can come into it right at the end. They've played the net run rate game so well. If they're alive, it's because their net run rate is there.
Nice.
And who knows? I mean, if they win.